And out in the water, we will see the talents of Rafael Tapia out of Chile and Jaime Mitchell from Australia, teaming up with Team Yellow. Purple team of Portugueses, Joao de Macedo, Antonio Silva. Team Black, we will see Maya Gabeira and Pierre Caley of France. And a lot at stake as well, right? I mean, it's not just about trophies. This is dangerous. Here goes someone who is dangerous in terms of that Best Women's Performance Award. It is Maya Gabeira. She gets herself picking up a replay here, Pete, but nicely surf wave.
Yep, I don't think it's going to be enough, though. You can already see Maya's gotten a couple scores.
Right, let's pick up some action here. We got some motion. So we're looking from the drone. Looks like Rafael Tapia to the yellow, the Chilean. And an aggressive line with a big kind of figure eight swoop onto this, puts himself back sweetly onto the peak. For these two, so stylish and polished. And as part of Jaime Mitchell, just the way they surf and their lines they take. So he gets a little dismount down on the insides.
I guess learning all of that is taking the time and putting yourself out in the elements and doing it.
Yeah. Here's Maya live action. Whips in. Good looking wave here. Here she goes. And a nice line as well. Deals with the speed well. Let's see if she gets another section. Look, should just push out this one. So it is just the drop for her. Doesn't really get a chance to attack. We talked about that scoring, Pete. It's going to be interesting to see.
Got another section, maybe.
Okay. She'll bring this one through. Not a ton of points on offer in here. She'll just steer this one out, but just making that drop, committing to it, getting it done. Let's see how that goes in terms of the score. Doesn't need a massive number.
That peak seems very good right now.
Here's Tapia.
Down the beach, right? It's been focusing that way.
Yeah. It's like second.
Oh, look at this thing.
Little hand drag there, hoping for a barrel. Haven't seen any really today that actually legitimately throw. Nevertheless, a nicely surf wave from him, and he's looking for it, he's hunting it, he's attacking. Let's get a look here at that last wave from Tapia.
So that one from the angle back that we saw, it looked like a very tall, kind of juicy, meaty wave. That angle took away a little bit of that energy. So I don't know if this is going to be a gigantic number for Rafael, but always, it seems like that a lot of these waves are going to finish in some sort of whitewatery kind of element, at least the ones that have been standing taller. Tapia. Gliding. He's just setting it up. He's like, okay, what line do I need to take here to get behind it? And unfortunately, the wave kind of dissipated, unfortunately, there.
We'll pick up some live here. This looks like Pierre Caley, our Frenchman. He's teaming up with Maya Gabeira. Gets himself a wave, gets some hooks done. Don't know tons about him, but he's put some time in, as you mentioned, Seb, doing safety here. He's got himself a shot in the event here, and he's got another half hour now to find some bombs.
And you see that the first peak is only breaking on the inside whitewater bit. And there's somebody on a wave.
Go. Tapia again, being busy. There's the high line, covering some ground. He's not going to get around that section. So just to straighten down and get away from it. Meanwhile, against Pierre Caley, one-handed release off the rope and into a nice meaty looking section here, just sort of controlling the speed really at this stage. Doesn't want to get too far in front of the steep section.
It's one of the tougher things when you're a goofy foot, a regular foot, is to try and actually use that kind of load up where you kind of crouch down and bend your arms and load up with speed on your backhand like that. It's a little bit more challenging.
Jaime Mitchell, live action. Relatively small away for Jaime. He's just got so much finesse, and he whips one nicely in the pocket. Knew exactly the point when that wave was going to offer kind of a briefer, steeper section, and when it did, he hooked a nice turn in, gets another one there. Again, it is well done. So taking the rope.
You'll come in from that side, and generally you come in from one side because you have a throttle on the other side, as we watch this replay here of Jamie's last wave. But your throttle is going to be on your right hand, so your free hand as a driver is your left, right? So you got to come in and pick up your surfer with the same arm, so you can throw them on the back of the sled. Because if not, you're taking your hand off the throttle, which is your control. So you usually have to come in the right side, and all of those little subtle little things are so.
Let's pick up live here of Jamie Mitchell, who himself, once he lets go, is now looking for a 7-1-2 in terms of the overall men's performance. A big fade from him. He won't connect with that section. It's not going to be the score he needs. Let's have a look at his wave here. Nice looking right.
I mean, he seemed to have seen a few rights today, and the scoring potential of him has been pretty high because the judges have been noticing that it has a little bit more energy in the way of, the lefts being pushing out to sea a little bit, whereas the rights are kind of hooking onto themselves. And the other biggest element, in my opinion, is the board that's under your feet, right? And I think that, Seb's another guy that in the conversations that I've had with him, he's looking at that and ways to improve, and I think that it's going to make the sport better. Oh my!
Mitchell, big backside barrel attempt from him, a massive explosion consumes him. Still looking for that 7-1-2.
Well, that's the way you'll do it.
Yeah, that was how to get it done if he'd completed that.
I think he caught his reel.
But this is it. Look at him. Just aggressive line, but never even really had the opportunity. Good that he got out of the straps, because I think that's you don't want to pull into a barrel strapped into your board. Right?
Let's pick up live action here. Pierre Caley in the black, whipped in by Gabeira. It's looking good to take out the Women's Performance Awards. Pierre is just S-ing and swooping on this one. He's not a million miles back in terms of where he is on the overall leaderboard. He's currently sitting in 5th place. Big number required though. He needs to go up into the excellence. Looking for an 8.07. Our final few seconds here. It looks like we're going to wrap it all up. And once again, it is going to be Lucas Chianca who will take out best men's performance. Best women will go to the woman who's in the water right now. Gabeira will take that one out. And another strong showing at a wave she has put so much into down the years. There it is. It's our overall individual leaderboard.